Hello, it's the Vita Queen, and you are joining me in my vegan chocolate cake tutorial. And here is dry ingredients. I have baking powder, baking soda, ground flaxseed that I made myself. I put it in a food processor, made the powder cacao powder or regular cocoa powder if you have it. White rice flour, I just prefer that better. Maple syrup or regular sugar, agave in the raw, another sweetener, or you could just use sugar, salt, coconut oil, real vanilla extract, coconut milk, whole cashews, so you're going to take the ground flaxseed and pour some water over it, about a cup's worth, and you actually want to let it soak, and it's going to clump together and be very gelatinous like eggs, because that's going to be your egg substitute. As you can see, it's very slimy. And then you're going to mix all your dry ingredients together. As you can see, I have baking powder, a teaspoon of that, baking soda, also 1 teaspoon of that, and a cup of the white rice flour, and also the cocoa powder, 1 cup of that. So you're going to take some coconut oil and some salt. You're going to use a teaspoon of salt and a tablespoon of coconut oil. I'm going to take and put that into the dry ingredients, and I'm going to take the vanilla extract, and I like to eyeball it, put it into the flaxseed and water mixture. That's your egg substitute. And then I'm going to sweeten it with some maple syrup. So I am stirring the vanilla extract and flaxseed egg substitute mixture. I'm going to take the maple syrup and pour it into the dry ingredients as a sweetener. This is going to be, I would say, do a cup. I am one of those eyeballers when it comes to sweet stuff and vanilla, because I love it. I really don't measure it. And I'm going to take some coconut milk and pour it into the dry ingredients. You want to typically use a cup of that if you're going to measure it. Again, I eyeball certain things. And actually, I just knew what ingredients to put together. I did not measure it out, and the cake turned out perfect, but you'll see later on in the video. So I've incorporated my flaxseed egg substitute into the dry ingredients, and now I'm stirring it. Now you want to get a nice baking dish and coat it with coconut oil so it won't stick. You want to preheat your oven to 350. So for the frosting, I added 1 banana to the food processor. I'm going to put just a splash of vanilla extract in there. Like I said, I don't measure certain stuff. I just eyeball it. I love vanilla extract. And then I'm going to put 1 cup of coconut meat in there, or you can just use dried coconut, some agave nectar in the raw, some coconut milk, and this is some cashews. You soak them in water before, honestly, but I didn't do that, so I can blend smoothly. So I'm just going to dump the cashews in there. Forgot some. So off camera, I extracted the coconut meat from the coconut. That's 1 cup. You're just going to dump it in the food processor. Delicious. And then I'm just going to use the rest of the agave nectar for a slight sweetener, since I have the banana that is very ripe and very sweet. And then I'm going to put just enough coconut milk to blend it together, not too much. So this is the finished product. Nice consistency, very thick, nothing dripping, sticking to the blade. That is exactly what you want.